Yeah.
Yeah, what are some of the risks there as far as amplifying certain biases that might be
Well,
inherent?
so when I first started training um, my different AI tools, like again, because I'm always talking about specific jobs and stuff, right? And there were
Mhm.
certain functions like chief revenue officer, if you're like, help draft a job description for this,
Mhm.
immediate default is he.
Right. Hmm. Yeah.
So you have to actually educate it to use, neutral language, not gender bias, like, and then take out all of that stuff. There's those tools out there that are making sure that your job descriptions don't sound super male versus female,
Hmm.
or more neutral and inclusive, right? You
Hmm.
have to actually train it to do that. So those are like the way that it was built inherently. They're, because it's male engineers mostly who are building the code,
Hmm. Hmm.
right? So it's kind of shocking, like certain professions, no matter what, the default is like that's a man doing that job.
And will everyone have that moment to be like, hang on, let me just make sure?
But this is how you
Right?
educate. Again, the career agent that I just built, because it was using the tool, like a body of content that I created,
Hmm.
which I already took all the bias out of, right? It does sound like me. Then I
Hmm.
trained it next on like, here's actual scripts from, you know, job search consults that I've done. Here's the actual
Right.
advice I give. It knows what it sounds like to be me, right? So it's picked up on all those patterns. So it asks, and as the more you feed it and teach it, it does start to think like you. So
Right.
again, that's where like I was having a discussion the other day with somebody. So, in the last 6 years since the pandemic, I would say anyone who's entered the job market since 2019, I've probably seen the shortest stints, the most jumpy resumes that you've ever,
Oh, yeah,
right? Because these are
absolutely.
macro factors. So when I work with hiring managers who are a little bit more seasoned, I ask them, and I have to re-educate. I'm like, how comfortable are you with folks who've had shorter stints? It could be because they work with startups. They love startups, but it's
Hmm.
also the last 5 years, everyone's careers have been disrupted, especially for that earlier stage of the workforce. And
Yep.
I've been telling people explicitly, you kind of have to give them the benefit of the doubt because a lot of those moves were beyond their control.